All right, this is the final part, guys. I just went outside to have a smoke, and now I'm back continuing the video, obviously. Yeah, so that's how much money I'm willing to pay the Anonzo guy. I'm gonna find. I found out his name, but I forgot what his name is. He has a complicated name. It's an African name, right? His name's Anonzo something. He was in the show Zoo. He also had a minor role in Liam Neeson's Grey, the Grey movie that came out like 10 years ago. I don't know if you guys saw that movie. Yeah, he was in that movie. I'll have him compete with Carl Urban for Cornelius, and I'll have other actors read for the role too, read for the part. It's good to give these actors in Hollywood an opportunity, obviously. And the actor who was in the Commuter, I'll have her reading. She's first on my list for Lithius. I can have other characters in Hollywood read for the part, and have her read for the part of Lithius. I'll pay her $6,000 to $8,000. Nice paycheck for her for the role of that. She only makes probably her like $200,000 in Hollywood. So pay her $6,000 to $8,000. Nice paycheck for her for the role of Lithius, because Lithius is pretty major, pretty minor. Hence, pay her like she doesn't have that much scenes. So pay her. She has scenes, but she's not like a she's not like a she's a supporting character, but she has a smaller part to play in the plot than the other actors. Hence why pay her a bit less. Pay her $6,000 $8,000. You gotta watch for your budget. Pay her $680,000. A good paycheck for her. She can live off that money for a couple of years and get. She can do good things with that money and give her a nice $2,000 gift card and give her. She will not get any commercial money because she will not be in my commercials because she's not she won't be featured on the ads with me and she will not be featured on the posters. But I'll pay her a nice $6,000 $8,000 for the role. That's a nice paycheck for her. And she does not get a piece of the profit. She doesn't get. So she asks for a piece of profit. I'm like, look, man, I'm already paying a lot. I'm already giving more than enough people a piece of the profits. I'm not giving you a piece of the profits. You get your flat $68,000 and your $2,000 gift card, and you get your $50,000 for the release, and that's it. The actor for Lithius, I'll give her 50 grand for the release, or I can give her 250 grand because Lithius is a pretty major character, right? No, she's not that major, man. She is pretty major, but she's not. She doesn't contribute to the plot compared to the other actors. I'll give her 50 grand for the release because she's pretty much a minor character. She's pretty major, but she's more minor. Give her 50 grand for the releases, and the actor for Baroness, I'll match his salary with the actor for Lithius. Pay that B.S. actor $680,000 because the actor who was in Commuter is a B.S. actor. She's doing independent movies, obviously. She's a B.S. actor. Pay her $680,000. Nice paycheck for her. As in Hollywood, she only makes probably 150, 200K for her movies. So give her a nice $680,000. That's a good paycheck for her. And the actor for Baramis, I don't know who I want to cast for the servant Baramis. Baramis is an older guy. He's in his 50s too. He's an older man. I don't know who I want to cast for Baramis. The actor for Baramis, I'll pay him a nice $6,000 $8,000 for the role. That's a good paycheck for the actor for Baramis. It's a good paycheck. Yeah. Like Peter, what do you think of this woman from the community? I could picture her as your sister, Lithius, half black, half white. Yeah, she looks half black, half white. Have her play the role of Lithius, my sister, my younger sister. She'll be part of the royal family. So, is Lithius the heir to the throne? No, she's not. She's royalty, obviously. She's from the royal family, but she's not the heir. But she doesn't come from Takis first. She comes from Patrice, who is not royalty. Queen Sarah and him just had a quick fling, and then and what Lithius is pretty much a bastard child, pretty much, right? Like when Queen Sarah and Patrice have sex, they didn't expect to get to have a daughter, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you'll see what I mean when you read Young Tactics. Lithius and Patrice, I mean Queen Sarah and Patrice, are have a fling together, and they end up getting a kid, obviously. All right, what happens to Patrice? I don't want to spoil the story for you. See what I mean when you read the book. I don't want to spoil the story for you, obviously. So Lithius is of the royal family, but she's not the heir. Because she's not, she doesn't come from Takis first. Because Queen Sarah is her mother and she's Takis' half sister, she's royalty, obviously. She's part of the royal family, she's rich, she's spoiled, she lives in the castle with all members of the royal family, but she's not the heir. Because she doesn't come from Takis first. She doesn't come from the direct line, obviously. She inherited wealth like everyone else, but she's not the heir of the throne. You see what I'm saying? Only Takis is the heir because Takis comes from Takis first. He comes from the direct line. She does not come from the direct line. She comes from Queen Sarah. She doesn't come from Takis the First. And Takis the First's line is a royal line. Obviously. Obviously. And that Suetonius and Cassius are royalty, but they're not the heirs. You see what I'm saying? Just like in Black Panther, T'Challa is a king, obviously, but Shuri, his sister, is royalty too, because she's the sister of the king. She's the daughter of the queen. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Yeah, it's something similar like that. Obviously. Obviously. And you know how, what's his name? M'Baku is the king of his region too, at another place in Wakanda, yeah. But he's a king of a different region. Something like that to Eretat, same thing. Obviously. Right? Something similar. You can get some similarities from Black Panther and Lion King to the story of Zanus. There's some similarities you can get from the story, obviously. Hey, Peter, what are you thinking of Vigo for the role of Meramis? The captain of the archers. What do you think of that? I can picture Vigo as a Captain Meramis. Yeah, I can picture him as a Captain Meramis, obviously. The captain of the archers. What do you think of that? Yeah, I can picture Vigo as a captain of the archers. Peter, who do you think is better, Vigo or Don? I don't know, Ivan. I think you should go with Don. I think Don matches Meramis more than Vigo, you know what I'm saying? But Peter might be biased and might tell me to choose Vigo. Yeah, Ivan, I know Vigo. Vigo's an amazing talent, you know what I'm saying? He worked on me like 27 years ago on Lord of the Rings. I think you should choose Vigo, perhaps. Vigo might be your man, obviously. Yeah, I think Vigo will be really good for Captain of the Archers. Because Meramis is an older dude. He's in his like late 50s, early 60s. He's an older dude. Cassius and Meramis are all older guys. They're all like in their late 50s, early 60s. They're older people, obviously. When Tacius is a kid, they're younger. They're like in their mid 30s, late 30s. And 22 years later, they're all in their late 50s, early 60s. They're old people. So Vigo is good to play the role of Meramis because he's like 63 now. He'll be like 69 by the time I film Zanus. Viggo Mortensen. Around there, right? He'll be like 69, 70 around there. He'll be still strong, still young, Viggo. He's 63 now. So if I film Zanus in 2029, that's 6 years. Yeah, he'll be 69, Viggo, when he films Zanus, if he's chosen. He'll be older, obviously. But Meramis is an older dude. You can easily play, if you're 69, you can easily play the role of a 60-year-old man, right? All Viggo has to do is just work out. 69 years old, you're still strong, you're still fine. It's only when you hit your like late 70s, early 80s, you're done, man. You're a little old, but once you're in your early 70s, late 60s, you're still strong, you're still fine. Liam Neeson's in his late 60s, he's still doing all these doing all these what? All these action movies. He's fine, yeah. You just need Viggo to work out. Don Cheadle's younger than Viggo. Don Cheadle is in his late 50s. So he's younger than Viggo. That's the good thing about Don. Don is younger than Viggo Mortensen. He's a couple years younger. Don Cheadle's like 59, 58 years old. By the time he films Zanus, he'll be in his mid-60s around there. He'll be fine. He's young, still young. But I need those guys to train. Okay, Viggo, you're not as... Because Viggo, even though Viggo will be fine, he's not as young as he used to be in Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, he was only like 40 when he filmed the movie. Viggo Mortensen was like 41 years old when he filmed Lord of the Rings. He was much younger, whereas now he's like 69. He's older than he was like 29 years ago. You see what I'm saying? That's why you need to have him work out that way he trains. And I have no worry, but I'm fine. Yeah, you'll be fine, son. He'll be fine. So for Viggo's salary, I'll match it with Don Cheadle's salary. But I'm not paying him as much for the royalties because he's not as big as Don Cheadle. As Don Cheadle's worth $40 million, and he has more value than Viggo. Don Cheadle did they're both valuable. Like, Viggo did Lord of the Rings, and Lord of the Rings is one of the biggest movie franchises ever. But what Don Cheadle did Marvel, obviously. Marvel's bigger than the Lord of the Rings. You see what I'm saying? Well, no. Lord of the Rings is probably bigger than the Marvel, but the movies are bigger than Lord of the Rings movies, as they gross more money than Lord of the Rings movies. You see what I'm saying? Because Viggo did Lord of the Rings and he has value, he did Hidalgo, he did The Road, he did History of Violence, he did a lot of pretty big movies. He had an okay career. He had a pretty good career. He's worth $30 million. He obviously had a pretty good career, Viggo. He had a pretty successful career. He's worth a value of like $10 million for a movie. But I'm not paying him any more than that. If he wants like 14, I'm like, Viggo, you're not worth 14. You're like, yeah, but I Lord of the Rings. Yes, hence why I'm paying you $10 million. I'm not paying you any more than that. I need to watch it for my budget. I have crewmen to pay. You need to. I have to understand. Yes, Vigo. I have these crewmen have families to feed. I need to create room to pay the crewmen their salary. It's not fair that I pay you an extra $2 million, $12 million, and that money was enough to pay an extra like 12 crewmen their fucking salary. No, I need to create room for the crewmen. $10 million is good enough. You get your $10 million salary at the start of production, which is a nice check. I don't know, for the 1 year filming. Chances are it will take a good year to film it. So, yeah, he'll make a nice, like, I don't know, 200 grand every 2 weeks for the movie around there. If my math is right. $190,000 every 2 weeks Vigo will make every 2 weeks with a race. $10 million after taxes, and when you convert it to American dollars, like 4.4 million around there after taxes. Whereas in American money, it's like 5.4, so he's making $1 million less because you have the Canadian rates. But he won't care. I don't give a shit about the rates. You're paying more money how much fucking Warner Bros. Paying for the rings. I'm still gonna make millions. Yeah, you're still gonna make your millions. You're gonna make your millions, man. Vigo will make his, I don't know, $4.4 million after taxes and his agent and the rates for his salary, and he got his $60,000 worth of commercial money, and he's gonna strike it rich with like, I don't know, $8 million in royalties after taxes. I don't know, 3.5 million. Yeah, Vigo's gonna make like a 6.5, 7.5, 7.7, 7.8 million dollars after taxes in his agent. Around 7.5 to $8 million he'll make after taxes. 8.2, 7.5, 7.7, 7.8. $8 million, $8.2 million Vigo will make after taxes in his agent. Around that range, right? A fucking fat check in the bank, man. Money that he does not even make in Hollywood. Vigo probably makes on average $3 million for his movies. $3 million for his movies in Hollywood. He's a small ace actor. You see what I'm saying? Huh? That's my deal for Vigo. And look, some of it's a deal. You know what I'm saying? You're paying her money now on Hollywood. Yes, Vigo, I'm paying her money on Hollywood pays you. Look, some my deal, obviously. And you get the perks. You also get your $2,000 gift card, and you get your $3,500 gas card, which is nice. Vigo gets his $2,000 gift card, gets his $2,500 gas card. It's nice. $3,500 gas. That's nice. Year's worth of gas, $2,000 gift card. You can use that money to take your family to restaurant, to the bar, go to the bar, have a drink. It's a good paycheck, obviously. And you get your $50,000 royalty check for the merch. And you also get probably $200,000 worth of speaking fees. $200,000 worth of speaking fees. That's a good paycheck for you. I'm giving you a good deal. Ivan, it's a deal. Yeah, it's a deal. And he'll destroy the role of Maramis more than even how much he destroyed the role of Aragorn in Lord of the Rings. If you thought Aragorn's performance in Lord of the Rings was good, think of something better for the role of Maramis in my movie. Because I paid Vigo's millions to work hard for me, obviously. So you're not going to see guys like Vigo, Carl Urban, and all them complaining about their checks. No, because I paid them the rich millions. They're not going to complain. Even though they're doing blood, sweat, and tears, they're going to work really hard because they're getting paid their rich millions, man. Vigo and all of them are getting paid their rich millions. And so they're going to work hard for me. They're going to destroy the role of Maramis and Cornelius. There's a high chance I will choose Don Cheadle over Vigo. Don't hate me, Vigo. But who knows? I might choose Vigo over Don. I'm going to have that talk with Peter. Who you think is better? But somebody tells me Peter's biased. I think you should choose Vigo over Don. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling Don for Maramis. I think Don is better for Maramis, Peter. I can picture him more as Maramis the Archer. Because I picture Maramis more of a black man than a white man. Whereas Cornelius, I picture him more of a white man than a black man. But Maramis, I kind of picture him as a black man. Obviously. And then my cousins, I obviously picture them as black people because I'm playing the role of Tacitus. So the royal family in the north, obviously, are black people, obviously. The only reason why the royal family in the north are black is because I'm playing the role of Tacitus. If I was not playing the role of Tacitus and I hired a white guy, I would have the royal family be white. But I think that's very unique. You have a multicultural people in Zanus. Zanus will not just be black people. No, they're going to be mixed. Black people, mulatto people, white people, Arab people. I'm saying Asian people. Mix it up. That way it makes the story more unique. If you have it all black, like Wakanda, you will create contradictions and you have plot holes in the story. Hence why I'm not a fan of all black Northerns. No. And Peter, if you do that, you're going to have plot holes. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. You have the Osiris and Safi story. The Salvins, obviously, you can't have what? You're going to create plot holes in the story if you have all black Northerns. No. They're all what? They're all mixed people. But the Northern family's black. It makes the story more unique. I know what I'm doing. All right, that's unique. That's unique. No movie's ever done this before. Yeah, it's unique. You know what I'm saying? Black Panther, they have a black royal family, but Wakanda is an African culture. They're all black people, obviously. Whereas for my movie, it's not all African people. No, it's a mixture of different cultures. But the royal family's black. You don't see that in movies, man. You don't see royal black people who are royalty in movies, man. Yeah, it's a unique story, obviously. It's a masterpiece. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll tell Vigo, remember that scene in Two Towers when the orcs were marching towards Helm Deep and you were all brave? You commanded the elven archers, obviously. I want you destroying the role when the demon armies approach the wall. I have no worry about it. I'll destroy the wall for you. You know what I'm saying? He destroys the wall. Why? Because I paid him his millions. He got his nice millions to work hard. He'll work hard. And I spoiled him with 3 beers once a week. Every week the actors get their 3 beers. I'll do a thing where every Friday the actors get their 3 beers. Once a week. They get their 3 beers. I'll have the actors drink their beer after filming ends at nighttime. Okay, filming ends at 10, guys. And before you guys go to bed, you can drink you can have your 3 beers. You can chill for a bit in your trailers. You can sit down and have a nice chat for a couple hours and have your nice 3 beers. And then go to bed. You can do that for them. Every Friday you do that. And I'll do a thing where once a week I have the actors film. I don't know, every Fridays, the day the actors get together for the photo shoots, for the posters and the volume covers, obviously, and the ads featured on the website. I'll only film for like 8 hours for that day, and I'll give time for the photographers to take pictures of the actors. I'll give the actors a little break, and that day I can give them their 3 beers. Every Friday is shoot day, guys. You film for 8 days, and the photographer, you get together in the studio. I'll have a helicopter pick up me and all the actors. I'll rent the studio somewhere in Switzerland for the ad shoots for the full year. And every Friday, the photographers get together and they take the pictures for the ad shoots. And they also have to take pictures for the volume covers and the posters. See what I'm saying? So to give the photographers time, every Friday, okay, Peter, every Friday, we dial it down on the film and say, okay, all the other days we film for 12, 13, 14 hours a day, around there. 12 hours a day is enough around there. And then on Fridays, we film for like 7 hours. Give the actors a little break. They'll be tired, obviously, because they're going to film 7 days a week. And on every Friday, they get their 3 beers, and that's when we'll do the ad shoots for the ads feature on my website, as well as the volume covers and the posters. You need to take all those pictures. As well as they have to take pictures for the billboards for the red carpet. The photographers have to take those pictures, put them in the work. Yeah, I want you taking pictures for the billboards for the red carpet too. We need to send all that. We need to send all the information to the Bergedorf Resort so they can print the billboards for the red carpet. Get prepared, obviously. You see what I'm saying? It's always going to be hard at work taking those pictures. Yeah, I don't pay you for nothing, man. You need to take those pictures. I found a way to put the photographer's web designer and graphic design to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So the graphic designers and web designers, I might have them stay in Vancouver, or I can have them with me in Switzerland. I can you just have them in Switzerland. You have them in Switzerland, they're going to be busy coding the website and editing all those pictures. And the photographer's going to be busy taking all those pictures, obviously. Right? Yeah, Vigo, if he shows, will get his luxury buffet, 3 beers every week, once a week, obviously, and you know what I'm saying? And he gets his nice money, obviously, his nice paycheck, and he'll work hard. Harder than even what he did for Warner Bros., because I paid him more money, obviously. And I gave him his freedom. He's free. There's nothing better than making a lot of money and being free, man. It's the best feeling in the world. Oh, Ivan, it's such an amazing feeling. Some of the actors might tell me, oh, Ivan, it's such an amazing feeling to be free and rich, man. To make all my millions and have my freedom is an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling. The amazing feeling that me and VJ have, those actors for Zanius now have that feeling. They know they're never going to get this in Hollywood. In Hollywood, they'll make their money, but they're going to be dirty slaves. They have to go in the cockpit and do it. Don't hate me, Hollywood. They have to go in that cockpit and do it. The room smells like ass. They have to put the fan on. They get burned. Miserable experience. They have a blast, obviously, during filming, obviously, because they're movie stars. It's cool being a movie star. It's cool making your millions, but like being a dirty slave is not fun. It's not fun, man. It's not fun. And these guys are all dirty people. They're all ex, so they're all garbage, dirty people, obviously. And they have to do it, obviously. They have to do it. See what I'm saying? People be like, fuck Hollywood. Are you kidding me? Of course I'm gonna work harder for you. You pay me when Hollywood's fucking cheap. Warren almost paid me a shitty fucking salary, you know what I'm saying? I was a dirty fucking Hollywood's dirty as fuck, whereas you're 100% clean. You're spoiling with a nice buffet. You know what I'm saying? You're spoiling with a nice buffet. You're spoiling with a nice buffet, obviously. And what? And you're spoiling with a nice buffet, obviously. You're giving me 3 beers once a week. Yeah, man. He's gonna work harder for me, obviously. Vigo will work harder for me, obviously. He'll work harder for me. Hence why the actors for Zadis, guys, are going to destroy their role so much. You're looking at Oscar-worthy performances. Because my company's not associated with Hollywood, there is no Oscars. I could have awards if I want to. I could have awards of the best supporting actress, best minor role. You know what I'm saying? Best art, best artist, best VFX artist. I can do that if I want to, but it's pointless. I'm not going to do awards for my company. You're just wasting money. There's no point in doing that. I'm not going to do that. Once the red carpet event ends, that ends the journey, and the actors are going to go back to Hollywood being left behind. Think about this. Sean Astin complained about his $250,000 shitty paycheck. Warner Bros. Told Elijah Wood that he had a crappy agent. That's how you know the CEOs in Hollywood are assholes. The Warner Bros. CEOs told Elijah Wood, you have a fucking crappy agent who we could have easily paid you double what you're making right now. You don't even imagine how pissed Elijah Wood was. And Peter Jackson had to stand up for Elijah Wood. Hey, man, don't tell Elijah Wood that, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell an actor that you could have paid him more. You're going to make him feel like shit, and he might not work as hard for you, obviously. Yes, I guarantee you Elijah Wood was pissed off. Like, what the fuck? So you could have paid your money, and you just chose to be cheap and paying shitty money. Yes, that's how you know Hollywood's fucking cheap. And some of the CEOs in Hollywood are assholes, obviously. The fact that CEO told Elijah Wood, that shows you what kind of people some of the Hollywood CEOs are in Hollywood. Because I would never tell an actor that. You know what I'm saying? Hence why I talked about that resentment topic. Keep your contracts to your fucking self. As if you tell what these actors that you're paying this actor way more, they can get envious and get angry. The fact that Sean Astin got angry about his $2,000 check, you know what I'm saying, and I guarantee Elijah Wood got a bit pissed off when that agent told him that he could have paid him more, and Peter Jackson had to stand up for Elijah Wood. That's how you know. Keep your lips sealed. Don't go bragging to the other actors in Hollywood. If Viggo Mortensen signs that contract, don't go bragging to Carl Urban how much I'm paying you, as you're making more than him, and you can get envious and mad. You see what I'm saying? You can get envious and mad. Don't tell, you know what I'm saying, John Wright Davis how much I'm paying you. Don't tell Vaughn Georgia how much I'm paying you, as you're making more than all those guys. You see what I'm saying? Don't tell Andy Serkis how much I'm paying you, as Andy Serkis can get envious. You're making more than Andy Serkis. They can all get envious, obviously. As if Viggo works for my movie, he's going to sign his massive, like, $18 million deal, man. $19 million deal he signed, Viggo. It's a fact. It's a bigger A-lister salary. He's walking home with, like, 8.5, 9 million even in his bank. 8.5 million in his bank, man. It's a lot of money, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hence, keep your conscience to yourself. Yeah, I don't worry about it. I'll keep it to myself. Yeah, don't brag, Viggo or Don. Don't brag to these other actors how much I'm paying you. They can get envious. As you sign a massive contract. You sign, like, an $18, $19 million deal. These actors can get angry if you tell them how you sign that deal, obviously. Military Ariana Grande, don't brag to the other actors how much I'm paying you. You're making more than everyone else. You're getting your 0.05% of the royalties. That's if I choose her, because I might choose Zoe King over her. You never know. But chances are I am going to choose Ariana Grande more over Zoe King. But I might choose Zoe King over her. You never know. Things can change. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Sean Astin had an Oscar-worthy performance. In my opinion, he was the best actor. Him and Ian McKellen were the two best actors out of all the Lord of the Rings cast. You know what I'm saying? Billy Boyd did a good job. Dominic Manning did a good job. Lana Bloom did a good job. John Rhys Davies, Viggo Mortensen, they acted their asses off, but they didn't. There was nothing on the same level as Sean Astin's. Sean Astin's acting was on another level, man. That was Oscar-worthy acting, man. Especially his Return of the King acting. Oscar-worthy performance, man. He should have won an Oscar for that fucking movie, man. You know what I'm saying? Ian McKellen, I think, won an Oscar for Fellowship of the Ring or Two Towers. Or he was nominated. I am not surprised because he stole the show out of all the Lord of the Rings actors. You see what I'm saying? He stole the show out of all Lord of the Rings actors, Viggo Mortensen. Sorry, Ian McKellen. Why? Because Ian McKellen got his nice $13 million. That's why he worked harder. He worked harder than everyone else, obviously. He destroyed the role because he got his nice, like, $6.5 million check after tax. $6.5 million in his bank after taxes, Ian McKellen. He got his multiple million check in his bank. He worked hard, obviously. You got a nice check. Yeah. Money talks. The more you pay them, the harder the actors work. The less you pay them. There's a reason why the other actors didn't have as good of a performance compared to Ian McKellen, because Ian McKellen got his millions. He made a lot of money. Obviously. Right? But Sean Astin destroyed the role and he made a shitty $250,000. You can only imagine how much harder all these Zane's actors are going to work for me. Oscar-worthy level performances, man. You're looking at something unheard of. So good that all the execs in Hollywood, when these actors go back to Hollywood, hey man, how come I didn't get the acting for my movie? That's because you didn't pay them as good money, man, and you didn't give them the freedom. You had them sell out and be dirty slaves. Because in this world, people think you have to pay a price to make your money. When it's not hard to pay someone is free millions. Why do you have to pay a price to be successful in this world? Where do people get the idea from? Well, why? And the reason why we do that is because it's not fair to the average person. The average person struggles. They're not living as good of a life, and these guys have to pay a price if they want to live that life. Yeah, there's no need to be dirty. It's not hard to be clean. Because we live in a wicked world, it's not going to happen. Obviously, you have to pay to make your money. That's how it works. Except for me, I am a clean, holy businessman. I'm not into dirt stuff. I'm clean. If you have the actors get their freedom and you pay them millions, they're going to work even harder for you because they're free. You don't have to do anything. They're free. Yeah, you guys don't worry about it. I'm not dirty. You don't have to do anything. I'm a clean businessman. I want you guys to be free like me. I'm not dirty. I'm not into that dirt stuff. I'm clean. I'll pay your millions. All I ask, guys, is that you destroy the role. I have no word, but I'll destroy the role. They're all going to destroy the role. Because I pay them more money than how much Warner Bros. paid them. You know what I'm saying? And what? I spoiled them with a luxurious buffet, 3 beers once a week, and what? They're wanting to work harder for me, obviously. These actors are going to work hard for me. I don't know, Vigo's Choles, you're going to see Vigo bragging. Today, I'm going to have my teriyaki meats with my rice and my salad. You know what I'm saying? You see John Boyega bragging, or Daniel Kalawa. Most likely John Boyega, right? Don't hate me, Daniel Kalawa. You see John Boyega bragging. Today, I'm going to have my sliders with my poutine and my ribs. Then I'm going to have my pizza, right? With my teriyaki rice. And my teriyaki meats and my nice salad. They're all bragging. I'm gonna have my vanilla milkshake, my chocolate milkshake with my Coke. You know, holy shit! I even spoil these actors. Yeah. Today I'm gonna have my coffee with my eggs, my strudels, and my French toast and bacon and sausage. And afterwards I'm gonna have my Captain Crunch with my milk. You know what I'm saying, on my waffles, and then I'm gonna have my nice French vanilla. Like, holy shit! I even spoil these actors. Yeah, they're gonna work hard for me. Obviously, the actors are gonna work harder for me. They're gonna destroy the role. Hence why Zanes will guarantee me better than Peter Jackson with the Rings. And you guys can see the future. You already know. Yeah, we know how good your Zanes will be. Yeah, you know how good it will be. You're looking at a movie better than Peter Jackson with the Rings by a slim margin. But I'm going to keep saying this. Even though Zanes will be better than Peter Jackson with the Rings, don't hate me, Peter. And it's a better story. There's some people out there who might like Lord of the Rings better. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. Just like there's some people out there who don't like Lord of the Rings. I'm surprised, obviously. There's some people out there who like Star Wars and Harry Potter better than Lord of the Rings. It's not, obviously, but I think Lord of the Rings is better. But there's some people out there who like the Star Wars prequels and the originals better than Lord of the Rings. There's some people who like the Godfather better than Lord of the Rings. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And so some people who might say, even though it's close, I like Lord of the Rings a little better than Zane's. I highly doubt, though, because Zane's Aratat's a devil himself. I'm acting the movie as Prince Takis, and you have that technology. Better actions Lord of the Rings. I can't see Lord of the Rings being that. I can't see Lord of the Rings top that. Because don't forget, Lord of the Rings was made, by the time I make Zane's, Lord of the Rings would have been made almost 3 decades ago. And my technology of Zane's is going to blow Lord of the Rings out of the water. With the horror of the wolves, the actions he was in the world building. And you're telling that kind of story with Aratat the Devil himself. Be the Prince of Zane's, the south being cursed, the animal kingdom, and in the north is holy. I can't see the Lord of the Rings topping that kind of story. Because Zane's is a masterpiece, man. Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece too, but Zane's is the bigger masterpiece. Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece. Zane's is the bigger masterpiece. Zane's is a masterpiece on biblical proportions, on a biblical scale, on biblical levels, on biblical proportions. It's a fucking masterpiece, guys. Yeah, man. I don't know, you have a scene in the movie, you know what I'm saying, the Northerns are crossing the South, and you have this mystic veil. And the moment they cross that veil, they're now in a different atmosphere, and they're in the animal kingdom, and that's Aratat's region. He's a king devil battle of the mountains. Yeah, I can't see Lord of the Rings topping that kind of story. Tactics and agony of the Eretendum and his 25,000. Is there ever a movie made like that before? You see 25,000 army, a 25,000 wolf army approaching the walls with all devils and tactics and agony. They have sex before Eretendum approach the walls. Yeah. You have all the civilians line up along the wall throwing flowers, and they march towards the wall to meet Eretat. You have the Curse of Answer to the South too, don't forget that, yeah. I can't see Lord of the Rings topping that kind of story. You get the beautiful soundtrack, the score of Hans Zimmer. I can't see Lord of the Rings topping that kind of movie. Even trust me, Peter Jackson, when you watch my show, obviously, when you watch this video, obviously, even Peter Jackson, when he reads my book, he'll be like, hey, let's see how good Ivan's book really is. He reads my book, oh, the prologue's pretty good. He reads Young Tax, holy shit, this is sick. And he reads chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and he finishes volume 1. Holy shit, this book is sick. I love this book. This is more interesting than J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. And then volume 2 is even more interesting. And then volume 3 is even a bit more interesting, arguably, right? I think volume 3 is arguably better. You can argue volume 2 is better, obviously. And then once he finishes the book, that thought crosses his mind, holy shit. Ivan wrote a masterpiece. If Ivan puts 9 even out towards this kind of story, I can see his trilogy top of my trilogy. Yes. 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 Last of Us is a better story than Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. By a slim margin. But Lord of the Rings has the richer speech and the richer world building. The language of the elves, the richer speech, the richer world building, more lands obviously, where Zayn's has the richer story. That's why it's better than Lord of the Rings. By a slim margin. Because Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece. I'm going to keep saying that. Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings is a fucking masterpiece. It's very, very tough to top that kind of story. You see what I'm saying? It's very, very tough to top that kind of story. To end it off here, even some of you Lord of the Rings nerds on Lord of the Rings Reddit who love Lord of the Rings and the movies, obviously, some of you guys might like J.R.R. Tolkien's book better than my book. I'm going to say, because my book is a little raw. 5% of my book is a little raw, but most of it's top-notch masterpiece, obviously. And some of you guys might even like Lord of the Rings movies better than mine's Zayn's movie. But you guys already know, you can see the future, you already know how good my movie is. And Zayn's will be a better movie than Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, guaranteed by a slim margin. And it was it for this video. I'll make another video probably later on in the evening today. This is Ivan Amir. I'm signing out. Peace.